A-Rod and J-Lo have split up amid rumors of an affair with Madison LaCroix. Didn't even know her name. We're going to discuss that right now. Weights and Dates starts right now.
And then this is like the music part, right?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of Weights and Dates. I need to come up with a tagline for Weights and Dates. Your daily, your weekly discussion about the I want to say maybe like the RP in mainstream. Like I don't know. Like what should our tagline be? Weights and Dates, your weekly discussion about what is it? Current events.
Your contemporary RP truths.
There it is. That's it.
Contemporary RP truths.
Your weekly dose of contemporary RP truth. Of course, I am joined here by Myron Gaines. What's going on, Myron?
What's up, guys? I'm happy to be here. Yeah, man, we're just back to it, man. I'm happy to be here, man. This is awesome.
Good stuff. So I want you to tell the audience about a dilemma that you had before coming on the show. I'm going to put you on blast. What happened, man?
No. Basically, guys, yeah. So as you guys know, we had two lovely ladies in studio. We did a show with them. They're really pleasant girls, man. Really chill. Even though we had some disagreements, they kind of saw my viewpoints. As for things that we talk about here, conventional masculinity, etc. And they were actually on their way to Wynwood. Fresh took them to Wynwood, and I was supposed to go with them. I was like, you know what? Nah, guys, I got to do a show, Donovan. We gotta make this money and help these guys out and become like build a brand, man. Like work always comes first. So
yeah,
I had a moment. I was like, oh, Tracy girls, and then I had to snap myself out of it. Like, whoop, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, man, hold it. We got a business to build, baby. So we're here to give you guys, because today's a good episode, guys, with A-Rod and J-Lo. So
man, I'm trying to.
I was like, nah, we got to do this. We got to do this.
The fact that you chose wisely means you get this. Yeah, listen, man. I mean, you're starting to...
I ain't flaking on Donovan, bro. I ain't doing it.
You can flake on bitches. Do not flake on Donovan.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so let's get to it, man. So I'm going to read this article here. And it's not going to... What this is J-Lo and A-Rod. I think their celebrity name was J-Rod. J-Rod, J-Lo, J-Rod. I don't know. By the way, A-Rod is the coolest. It is the coolest nickname in sports. I remember when they first started calling him A-Rod. I was like, dude, that's cool as hell. Dude, I remember Alex Rodriguez back when he was with the Seattle Mariners, man.
Yeah, dude. Way back in the day.
Yeah, like 1996 Alex
I was going to say, yeah.
And by the way, A-Rod is from Miami.
Oh, I didn't know he was from here.
Yeah. He's Dominican. He was born in Brooklyn, but I think he moved to Miami. Him and his family moved to Miami when he was like a year old, so he's got Miami ties all over the place, man. Like Miami is Alex Rodriguez. So he's got like 5 yachts out there. It's insane.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I knew he was from New York, but I didn't know he had ties to here.
He was born in New York, but he is if you look up his Wikipedia page, it says that he is from Miami, Florida.
Yeah, because he when he went over to the Yankees, it was a big deal.
Yes.
Yes. I remember as a kid. It was a big deal, man, and it was big for him too because he wanted to go back.
That's right. Yeah, he. A lot of people thought that he would play for the then Florida Marlins. They've obviously changed their name to the Miami Marlins just because of all of his ties to the Miami area. His family lives there and all that other kind of stuff. But he ended up signing with the Yankees, 10 years, $275 million, twice. As Kevin Samuels calls me while I am on the air.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels, baby.
Hang on a second.
The Godfather.
Hey, Kevin, I'm on the air, man. No, I'll call you right back. All right.
I just want to say this real quick, man. Kevin is good people, guys. Like for people that like I know like you guys see a side of him like on the air, like he's out here like giving these women uncomfortable truths, whatever. For people that know Kevin Samuels in real life, if he messes with you, he messes with you. Like
trying to tell you,
he'll call me randomly, be like, Myron, you need to do this right now.
Yep.
And I just shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Like we had I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it out, but like if he's your friend, bro, he genuinely cares. Like he goes out of his way to hit you up and let you know, hey, do this, do that, blah, blah. I know it'll be random too. So he's a good dude, man. He's very smart, very sharp.
Kevin has never not steered me in the right direction. Anytime there is a trade secret, some kind of software or some kind of hardware that he has figured out that makes our jobs and our lives easier, he's always the first guy on the phone to be like, hey, Donovan, you got to check this out. You have to
he shit is the wealth, bro. He legit, like, if he mess with you, he mess with you. That's all I got to say. Like you want to be on his team. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good dude. Shout out to Kevin, man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. He's going to be sliding through. He's going to be sliding through the 305 here in a few weeks. So looking forward to that. I, of course, am 10 days. In 10 days, I will be landing in the 305. Then 3 days after that, I'm going to be landing in the 702. So, and Myra and I actually just booked our plane tickets.
Yep.
To
Thank you for that.
So Myra and I, we're going to be flying out to Vegas along with some other guys. We're going to be doing some. We're going to be shooting some footage, some pre-footage, some promotional footage for the Conference of Masculine Excellence. Very, very much looking forward to that. I'm not going to announce the speaker/guest list yet, but it's going to be an all-star game. I'll tell you that right now. Dude, I cannot listen. I'm going to lose probably somewhere close to $60,000, maybe $65,000 putting this thing on. In other words, after everything is tallied, I'm going to be in the whole. I will have lost $60,000. Totally worth it. It is 100% totally worth it. This is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. So let's get to tonight's topic here. Jennifer Lopez, according to Page 6, and Alex Rodriguez broke up over the Madison LaCroix scandal. So let's see here. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez broke up in the wake of his scandal with Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix. A source exclusively tells Page 6 the couple finally decided to part ways after the former Yankee was linked to the reality star. In January, Twitter was set ablaze with speculation after the reunion special for Bravo's Southern Charm exposed red-hot allegations of infidelity involving an ex-MLB star and breakout cast member Madison LaCroix. Then LaCroix revealed she had been FaceTiming with Rodriguez, but insisted they had not met in person. He's never physically cheated on his fiancée with me, LaCroix declared to Page 6 in February, adding, I don't want anything bad for his family or for mine. We are definitely innocent in this. We are definitely innocent in this means he absolutely smashed her.
100%, yeah.
He 100%. Dude, look at her. Like, J-Lo is hot. Madison LaCroix is...
I'm going to look her up real quick.
What's that?
I'm going to look her up real quick.
Dude,
Madison LaCroix. Oh, yeah, she came right up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this chick is hot.
Yeah,
what?
she's hot. The source told Page 6 that the Madison LaCroix scandal was the reason they finally broke up. There were already problems, but Jennifer was really embarrassed by it. Sources close to Rodriguez also maintain they never met. Of course not. Meanwhile, LaCroix's Bravo star, Shep Rose, told Us Weekly that there was, quote, an NDA signed between her and Rodriguez. Lopez, who started dating Rodriguez in 2017, also revealed that she and the 45-year-old saw a therapist during their time in quarantine. It has actually been very good. We got to work on ourselves. We did therapy, she recently told Allure. And the 51-year-old star believes counseling helped them during the lockdown. I think it was really helpful in our relationship, she said. Reps for Lopez and Rodriguez did not immediately comment. So, a couple of things here. And for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with Alex Rodriguez, a lot of you guys, we got a lot of younger guys watching.
Yeah, they don't know who A-Rod is. Yeah.
They have no idea who A-Rod. A-Rod was the biggest star in all of baseball for about 10 years. A-Rod was a phenom. He was the number 1 overall draft pick, I think, in 95, 96, somewhere around there. Might have even been, no, it was in 93 to the Seattle Mariners. Made a huge splash, set all sorts of records, hit 36 home runs, I think, his rookie season. He was a free agent, and the Seattle Mariners were not going to, apparently they wanted to bring him back, but of course, you know, A-Rod and his super agent. I think it was not Lee Steinberg. Oh my God, what is his name? Super agent for baseball players. He gets the players all the major baseball deals. A-Rod signed the biggest contract in professional sports history.
Yep.
When he signed with the Texas Rangers for 10 years and $252 million.
Yep.
This dude was making $25 million a season, which was absolutely unheard of. The previous high for a player's salary in Major League Baseball was $15 million, and that was for Kevin Brown. A-Rod surpassed that by $10 million. Even by today's standards, that is a mega massive contract.
Yeah, this is in the 90s. And I remember people used to hate him for that because everyone was jealous that he was getting paid so much because he wasn't the best fielder. He was like a great hitter.
He was here's the thing. He wasn't Ozzie Smith at shortstop, but he was Scott Boras. There we go. That's his name. Thank you very much, Doctore, for giving me that. Scott Boras, super agent Scott Boras. Signs that, A-Rod was actually a pretty good defensive shortstop. He's actually very good, but he could also hit. And it was very rare. Usually shortstops were singles guys. You know, maybe they get a base hit, maybe they get an extra base hit or two here and there. But Alex Rodriguez is one of the very first shortstops who are also power hitters, and he was paid handsomely for it. I think he's a 3-time MVP, set all kinds of records with the Texas Rangers. Then he gets traded to the Yankees, right? He gets traded to the New York Yankees. Then I think 5 or 6 years in, he re-signs 10 years, $275 million contract. Then, that's what's significant to this. Then Alex Rodriguez gets popped for steroids.
Yes.
And for the longest time, A-Rod, his fall from grace was precipitous. He was the biggest pariah that the sports world had ever seen. And so he was more or less sort of exiled from baseball, because of course he was involved with biogenesis and all that. And so when he got with Jennifer Lopez, that really sort of rescued his public image, because A-Rod was a pariah before he got with J-Lo. He got with J-Lo, and all of a sudden now he's on he's on Fox Sports doing baseball commentary. He's at the World Series. He's doing the Super Bowl half game. Hey, listen, because he's dating J-Lo. Yo, J-Lo's getting ready in her trailer right now. Hey, J-Lo, what's going on? What are you gonna do for halftime? I think that A-Rod probably had interest in J-Lo, but she served her purpose. She rescued his public image. Now he can go back to being A-Rod. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of it, Jennifer Lopez paved the way for people. Jennifer Lopez paved the way for people like Beyonce. I'm just going to say it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? J-Lo was out before.
J-Lo was Beyonce 25 years ago, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce is on top now, but J-Lo was there about 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When she was doing the collabs with Ja Rule, but she was also doing pop songs. She was one of the first artists actually to blend the pop industry with the hip hop industry together when she was doing those collabs with Ja Rule back in the day. So she's always had a very positive image. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, even when she was with Diddy, right, when he got involved in that shooting, she kind of parted ways with him after that. So whoever her publicist is fantastic, because she's been able to kind of keep her image clean, keep her brand clean, and she's never really fallen off with any type of real scandal that would destroy a career. Obviously, there's a little scandal here or there, some rumor here or there, but she's always been able to keep her image fairly clean. So A-Rod, as we know, for people that aren't aware, American baseball, if you get popped for steroids, it's a big problem, bro. It's a big problem,
letter, man.
It basically tarnishes your name. You look at someone like Barry Bonds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who, home run god, right? But now there's an asterisk next to his name.
Yep.
Who was the other guy? Jeremy.
Listen, dude, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. If you are linked in and Barry Bonds, by the way, never had a positive steroid test ever. But it's clear that he used steroids. And just a quick backstory, because I'm a baseball nerd.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he ever did steroids. He was he 400 home runs, 400 stolen bases. I think he had an average of 312 by the time he had gone to the Giants. He was already a Hall of Famer. His first couple of years in San Francisco, he's putting up career numbers. But his career year was overshadowed by the home run race between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
There was Mark McGwire.
Yep.
That he also got popped as well.
Well, yes, right, exactly. Dude, Jason Giambi, Sammy Sosa. I mean, dude, all these, and nobody that had ever anything to do with steroids, not in the Hall of Fame. And dude, their percentage 37, 38.
Or if they are, do they still put the asterisk next to their name?
The asterisk is sort of an unofficial way of saying, hey, listen, he achieved these numbers, but the asterisk implies that he was on steroids. But I think they should remove that.
It's like a scarlet letter. They did the same to Pete Rose, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Pete Rose gambled on baseball while he was a manager. So I think Pete Rose will eventually get into the Hall of Fame, but they're going to induct him posthumously. I don't think they want him to take advantage of the Hall of Fame while he's alive. He'll be in the Hall, just not while he's alive. I think that's probably the same thing that's going to happen to these guys. Mm-hmm. But Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, and dude, I'll never forget. I was at the bowling alley. I was at the bowling alley when I watched McGwire hit number 62. No one ever thought that anyone would ever get close to Roger Maris's record his home run record of 61 back in 1961. But McGwire and Sosa both broke the record. McGwire had 70 home runs. Sosa had 66. Barry Bonds was hitting 345, hit 34 home runs, 100 and something RBIs, whatever the case may be. But nobody was
anything over 300 for people that are wondering means you're phenomenal.
Yes,
like you are a top hitter if you hit over 300.
This is how hard it is to hit a fastball in the major leagues. If you fail 70% of the time at the plate, you're a Hall of Famer. That's it. You fail 70% of the time, which means your average is 300. You're a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Barry Bonds was, dude. He had a career year. Nobody was talking about him, so he said, "You know what? That's it, man. If these guys are gonna get on the juice, I'm gonna get on the juice." Barry Bonds, the next spring training, he came to camp with a physique like a linebacker. And every other month, it was like he was hitting number 400, 500, 600. Then, of course, Barry Bonds, back in 2001, hit 73 home runs and was walked a major league record 216 times. They want to pitch to this guy. I remember, and I'm nerding out here. I promise I'll get back to it. Bob Brenly of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Bonds was up with the bases loaded. Bob Brenly, the manager, walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. Decided to intentionally walk him with the bases loaded. This is how dangerous this guy was. And so steroids has always been the scarlet letter in baseball because the most hallowed record in sports is the home run record. It does, dude, touchdowns, it doesn't matter. The home run record, listen, we all have debates about who the greatest, we all know Brady's the greatest. He's the GOAT in terms of quarterback, but who's the greatest running back? Who's the greatest receiver? Probably Jerry Rice, linebacker. In baseball, we all know that Barry Bonds is the home run king. We all know that Hank Aaron was the home run king after that. It was Babe Ruth before him. So for the records to be tainted that way, but everybody laughed at Jose Canseco, Myron, when he said 80% of players were using steroids. One year later, guys were getting popped left and right.
And he said that under oath, if I wasn't mistaken, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he said it under oath. He was the catalyst to have, because for people that don't know, because we got a lot of younger guys in here, in the 90s and early 2000s, the U.S. government started to get into, they basically did a huge probe into illicit, I'm going to say
steroids
things, illicit usage, PEDs in baseball. The government started to interfere. So there was a witch hunt for anyone that was, juicing.
Yep.
So Mark McGwire, all these guys who were, GOATs at the time, they were all getting, ran through because that guy, just like you said, Canseco started the witch hunt.
Yes, he did. And it wasn't a witch hunt. Jose Canseco was telling the truth. And here's the thing. Jose Canseco had been using steroids forever. Back in, 1986, him and Mark McGwire were the Bash Brothers. You remember? Dude, I don't know. You're a little younger than I am. But
I remember that, though.
Mark McGwire, his rookie season, hit 49 home runs his rookie year. Then he gets to St. Louis. Now he's got these Popeye-sized arms. So A-Rod apparently was a steroid cheat since high school. You put steroids with the phenomenal prodigy talent he was. Then, of course, in 2009, I'll never forget, I had my iPhone 3G, and it said, I had the same reaction when I heard that Michael Vick was going to the Eagles after he got out of prison. I almost ran my car off. I was like, what? A-Rod did steroids? And so that whole scandal popped off. And he was a laughingstock. He was the butt of every joke until he got with J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez essentially rescued his public image. And I talked about this with you off the air. A-Rod loves the Latinas, right? He'll commit to Latinas, but he always cheats on them with blondes. It's funny as shit.
Yeah. And for people that don't know, A-Rod's a good-looking guy, man. He has colored eyes, Spanish, tall. You know what I'm saying? He's a Major League Baseball player, man. He just wasn't smart about it like Derek Jeter was. Derek Jeter, for those that don't know, was a womanizer, 100%.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He was a 100% bona fide womanizer. I forget who told me, but Jeter was smart. What he used to do was, after he hooked up with a girl, he gave her like a card or a gift, and she would accept it. And he would do that to like protect himself against, me also accusations. So
it was basically an NDA.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So the thing is that Jeter was a lot smarter with his dealings with women than A-Rod was. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he was. So let's get to let's answer. I think we have a super chat that we need to answer. Then I'm going to ask another question. So Raf Federico, with the two British pounds, he says, "Do you think J-Lo will get A-Rod's money now?" No, she's not getting his money. They were never married, didn't have any kids, and J-Lo doesn't need A-Rod's money.
I think she probably might have a higher net worth than he does, guys.
I think she is worth more. Actually, let me look that up. I think A-Rod's net worth is right now it's at $350 million. I don't know why Dev is sending me. I have no idea what she's sending me right now. Yeah, he's worth $350 million, I think. 30 companies, A-Rod Corp. I don't know. Wait a minute. Yeah, $350 million, and Jennifer Lopez's net worth is between $400 and $450 million.
Yeah.
So his net worth is a lot. Her net worth is higher than hers. I can't see J-Lo going after A-Rod for money. I think that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So here's the thing.
Unless she's being petty.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So let me ask you this, Myron. A lot of people understand that J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, she is easily the hottest 51-year-old who will ever live. Okay, yeah. Listen, J-Lo's a smoke show, man. She is good looking, but in the end, at the end of the day, high status men will always choose younger women. Do you think J-Lo's age had anything to do with A-Rod stepping out on her, or is A-Rod just not able to keep his dick in his pants? What's up with that?
Man, I think this is a fantastic question, man, because we've had some pretty deep discussions on this. I mean, you off the air and on there. And I think what it comes down to is I think A-Rod still loves her very much. And I think he still cares about her and everything else like that. It's just that I think one of the biggest mistakes women make, and I've noticed this with like Western culture in general, hell, these girls that we had in the studio thought about this too until I explained it, is that they think that men, everything comes from this. Number one, it starts from this blank slate equalism, right? As Rolo says, shout out to him. But the other thing that women get wrong is that they think men and women show commitment the same way.
Yes.
And they think,
listen, I don't want to get too much into this because that's going to be our topic tonight, but go ahead. Okay.
Then I'll just basically, I think the thing is that her fatal mistake is thinking that men and women show commitment the same way. And I'll just leave it at that.
That's exactly right. Yeah, listen, and what Myron was going to say, men show commitment through provisioning, women show commitment through fidelity. That's how this works. So this is a foreshadowing. Tonight's topic on the 6 is the myth of male cheating. Is male cheating a myth?
Fantastic topic.
Is a man who sleeps with women outside of his relationship really cheating? Is that the same as a woman who sleeps with men outside of her relationship? Are they the same thing? So on your screen, I have an article that yours truly wrote on Return of Kings way back in. This is old school, guys. Is
Return of Kings still up?
Yeah.
The site is still up? Okay.
It's still up. He took down all of the hardcore game articles, but all of the red pill stuff. This is my second ever article for Return of Kings, how professional athletes show us the importance of fathers. Incidentally enough, two of the people that we're talking about are in this article. The first person, of course, is Derek Jeter. And on your screen... Those are Derek Jeter's, a sampling of Derek's impressive.
Guys, we did not plan this. I just knew Derek Jeter was a womanizer.
No, he totally was. And it's funny. They all look like they're around the same shade. I see Jessica Alba, Mariah Carey, Jordana Brewster. I don't recognize. I know there's is that? Yeah, that is Jessica Alba. I don't know who some of the other chicks are. But yeah. But Derek Jeter, even under the hot spotlight of New York City, never got caught up in a scandal. Man. A-Rod was not as smart. And you want to know what the difference is? The difference is Derek Jeter had a strong father. A-Rod's father left when he was 9. This is the difference between the two of these guys, man.
I did not know that. I didn't know A-Rod didn't have his dad in place.
Yeah, A-Rod. Oh, listen, let's go back to the article. Look at this. Check this out. This is not planned at all, guys. So I'm going to read this to you. So the haves and the have-nots were Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Derek Jeter. They all had fathers in their house. Latin loser. It says, Donovan Sharpe says, Alex Rodriguez is one of, this was back in 2014. It was still a pariah. Alex Rodriguez is one of the most infamous athletes in U.S. sports history, as I try to blow this up. As recently as 5 years ago, this guy was on top of the world. Rodriguez was the highest paid baseball player ever, making $27.5 million per season. He was on his way to breaking the most hallowed record in sports, the career home run record. And he played for baseball's most storied franchise, misspelled there, the New York Yankees. His fall from grace after the revelation of his alleged steroid use wasn't much of a surprise because, believe it or not, A-Rod wasn't well liked to begin with. Blah, 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 blah.
People did hate him, man, because he always made so much money. That's so many people, because he was one of those athletes that like was making more money than everyone else. Like he was setting precedent as far as like paying athletes.
Yes. I mean, dude, and guys were hating on him. And by the way, there still is no salary cap in baseball.
Yep.
And how does a guy, the article continues, as I talk about it like it's not my own, who's made $325 million in salary become a beta, you ask? Take a look. Dad left us when I was 9, Rodriguez said. What did I know back then? I thought he was coming back. I thought he had gone to the store or something, but he never came back. It still hurts. There you go. There you go. He was raised in a fatherless home. His father left him at the most critical time in his life. This is why he's made missteps. However, he seems to have recovered, of course, using Jennifer. I don't think that he doesn't love J-Lo. I think that he does truly love her, but it's just like you said, man. And we'll bring this up in the other episode. And I tell this story all the time about Peter Sellers. Just because a man has sex with women outside of his marriage or relationship does not mean he doesn't still love his wife or girlfriend. Women vehemently disagree with this because they know that if they're having sex with a man outside of their relationship, they no longer love the man. So they assume that. Listen, I'm trying very, very hard not to give this away because this is going to be a good discussion.
Yeah.
And we're going to
guys, for those that want to know, me and Donovan like literally have like very long and deep discussions on this topic when he's in town or off the air. And yeah, you guys stay tuned, man. It's going to be fantastic tonight.
It's going to be bananas. All right. Big shout out to Theo Waff with the $150.
Hey, Theo, bro.
Don't swim where other men have drowned. Wise words from Coach Greg Adams and 100% seen here. Frank Sonora, $5 Canadian says, meeting of the minds right here. Does A-Rod have a shot back in the market? Are you serious? Dude, wrong question. Does J-Lo have a shot out of the market? What are we talking about?
Hey, guys, A-Rod has all the leverage here, gentlemen, not J-Lo. Because the thing is this, guys. J-Lo's at a point now in her career where her success has ostracized her from viable sexual options.
There you go.
That's the uncomfortable reality. Not only is she famous, she's also rich and she has crazy clout.
Yep.
So it is going to literally be impossible for her to settle down with any other guy at this point. And here's the other double whammy. The guys that are like suitable for her are going to look at her as nothing more than a sphinxter worth one or two smashes, be able to brag to their boys, I smashed J-Lo, and then leave. Or even if they do get in a relationship with her, because I know, well, J-Lo could get another guy easy. You're right. She can. But you know what? They're going to get with her for ulterior motives.
That's right. Just like A-Rod did. Listen,
bam.
It's not that A-Rod, dude, he was with her for 4 years. He clearly cares for her. I don't believe for 1 second that A-Rod does not still love Jennifer Lopez very much. And honestly, and here's another thing I'm telling you, Alex Rodriguez is hurting right now because he loves Jennifer Lopez. He really does. Well, if he loved her, he wouldn't have cheated on her. Tune in tonight at 8:30 for the 6, and we will tell you why you are absolutely wrong.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question here. This is an obvious question, but I want to get your answer here, Myron.
What?
Who has, and I guess I have to contextualize this question. Who has a better chance at locking down the ideal man or woman as they are right now? Jennifer Lopez or Alex Rodriguez? I see that for you.
I say it's 100% Alex Rodriguez, man.
Of course.
I think for those that, and again, shout out to our boy Kevin Samuels, guys. If you guys saw the viral video when I had Donovan in the studio, Rolo, Aaron Cleary,
the legendary
hard hitters in the sphere, and we had Amanda in here, and and she was saying it's not fair, it's not fair. One of the things that Kevin stated, which I agree 100%, is that high value men have all the leverage. When you deregulate the sexual marketplace, guys, right? And you leave women to their own devices, they're naturally going to gravitate towards the top 5 to 10% of men.
Of course.
So since the women are all gravitating towards the top 5, 10% of men, what womenism doesn't understand is you inadvertently actually give all the leverage to the top tier guys.
Yep.
And when the top tier guys have all the leverage, well, they're going to be able to play the field however they like, because at the end of the day, The women are in a deregulated marketplace where their hypergamy is uncontained. And when hypergamy is uncontained and it's not buffered through conventions such as religion, shame, father in the household, etc., what's left? Well, they're going to go with the alpha F side, if you guys know what I'm saying, instead of the beta need side. It used to be the beta need side was enough to be able to lock you down a girl. That's no longer the case because women make their own money and we live in a deregulated marketplace. So they're going to go for the higher value guys. So what womenism has actually done is it's taken power away from women for the long term. In the short term, they're able to get that power with bedroom fun freedom, as we would say, right? The revolution. But they get that quick fun now, but they're going to pay huge dividends to that later in a negative context in the form of Franzia wine, cats, and singledom. So the high value guys get all the leverage from this type of marketplace. So I say 100% undoubtedly, Alex Rodriguez is in the best position to still be able to get a relationship of consequence that is worth something. J-Lo might still J-Lo's still going to get action, but none of them are going to be real offers.
There you go. You said it right there at the end. Dude, J-Lo could fuck any guy. Dude, I'd fuck J-Lo. Dude, J-Lo's the only 50-something-year-old woman I would bang, right? J-Lo wouldn't bang me because, I have a net worth of $6, but I would bang J-Lo, and dude, I've banged hotter chicks than J-Lo is right now, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't, but again, just because you have a high sexual market value does not mean you have a high relationship market value. And a woman's relationship market value in the beginning, a lot of times with high status men, is tied to age. If J-Lo were 41 instead of 51, she would have a better chance. Listen, 45-year-old, I'll put it to you this way. 45-year-old A-Rod obviously has more sexual and relationship market value than J-Lo at 51. 45-year-old Alex Rodriguez has more sexual relationship market value than J-Lo at 31. 45-year-old has more, even when J-Lo was 21, A-Rod still has higher value than J-Lo. J-Lo at 21, literally any man in the world she wants. But again, a man's value, because there's a lot more J-Los there are a lot more 21-year-old J-Los out there than there are 45-year-old Alex Rodriguez. And listen, man, shout out to Amanda. She stood in there and she took the blows and she went toe-to-toe with all of us. And is it fair that high-status men can get away with sleeping with women and still stay with their women? Probably. But again, it's not about fair. That's the way it is. Just like when Kevin said, listen, you've gone to clubs and you've been able to get into clubs based on the way you look, while the girls who didn't really look like you had to pay to get in. Is that fair? Well, no, that's not fair either, but that's the way it was. That's the way it is. So we can bitch and moan about what's fair and what's not and this and that and the other. That's the way it is. When you are an older man, when you are a man of a certain age, you have leverage. And men, it's amoral. There's no morality there. It means without morals. Doesn't mean you're bad. We as men, if we have leverage, we're going to exercise the leverage, period.
And the key is that what women don't understand is very few men get to experience that leverage.
Yep.
Most guys will never, we talked about this when Rolo was here. Most guys don't even experience genuine desire, validation, bedroom fun.
Yep.
Let alone leverage to be able to pick, multiple female partners or whatever it may be. Most guys can't execute this. So if a guy is able to become and execute it, I say he has his pick of the litter.
No, I agree. 100%. So yeah, A-Rod A-Rod is going to be all right. A-Rod is going to be all right, man. Dude.
More than all right.
Oh, dude.
And to be honest with you, he's probably got to kind of act a bit and make it look like he's hurt and everything like that for, his public. He's probably right now talking to his publicist. All right, Alex, I need you to feel some kind of remorse. I need you to state a public apology saying this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. But he's has some bad young blondie next to him, 21 years old. And he's like, okay, I'll do the apology. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, man, A-Rod has a thing for blondes, dude.
Yeah, he does, man.
He has a thing for blondes. He cheated on his first wife with a couple of blonde bimbos back in the day. Let's read these super chats and then we will we'll go ahead and call it here. Nixon Talks with the $5 Australian says, is it accurate to say J-Lo may be a hot ass 51-year-old female, but she is a 51-year-old female? Yeah. Listen, she's 100%. I don't know, man. It doesn't. You can look at J-Lo and tell she has aged very well, right? Obviously, she's had work done. I don't care. She looks good, right? She obviously looks very, very good for her age. She's a hot 51-year-old, but I mean, she's still 51 at the end of the day.
Yeah, she's. I mean, all basically, guys. She's a 1971, Mercedes Benz that's like, been touched up and everything like that, and maybe a new paint job and everything. But at the end of the day, the engine is still old. The steering wheel is still old. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
J-Lo is a 2021 Lamborghini Aventador with 500,000 miles on it.
There you go.
500,000.
There you go, guys. Yep. And remember this too, guys. She's had work done. She has makeup on. She's looking her best when she's on, on stage,
all
whatever.
All the time. She looks her best all the time.
I didn't realize how makeup artists are magicians sometimes.
They are.
Guys, I guarantee if any of us woke up next to J-Lo without makeup and everything else like that, you would probably see a different woman. And then on top of that, guys, 51. I wouldn't be surprised if she's going through menopause right now, maybe having to grow in a little bit of mustache, shaving it off, lasering it off, not being able to get wet down there, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like, she's not going to be able to bring the same level of, how do I say this, bedroom fun skill, right, and enjoyment that a younger woman is going to be able to provide. I hate to say it like that,
I agree.
but that's just the way it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, women objectify men on what they bring to the table from success perspective. Men objectify women on the bedroom fun side of what they bring to the table from the bedroom fun perspective. So we both have our amoral standards when it comes to dealing with the opposite gender. It is what it is. It just sucks for women because they have a clock and they have to, maximize on it in a finite amount of time.
They get their payment early. And it's all fun and games, but then when they hit their 30s, it's not fair that guys no, sweetie, what we are doing now is what you did then. Right? Like that's the problem women have. They don't say anything about how unfair it is that they're playing a bunch of guys because they have the looks and time on their side. But then when they run out of that, it's not. Well, wait a minute. You weren't screaming about how fair it was when you were playing guys left and right, were you?
She left Diddy when he got into that shooting with Shine back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and she left him. Diddy's chilling. He's a billionaire now. He's got the Ciroc. He's still making music and producing and doing all this other stuff. He's went into other entrepreneurial ventures. He's made more money. And guess what? He's dating a really hot Instagram model right now that's like 21 years old.
Of course he is. Like,
men always get the last laugh if they work on themselves, bro. Every single time. Like, the problem is that most men don't get the opportunity to get the last laugh. But the beauty is this. The potential is always there to get the last laugh if you do the work contingent upon your work ethic. So, guys, you know what I'm saying? This is an example right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is.
Big shout out to Red Pill Mike with the $5 super chat. Says a man can still love a woman who once fulfilled his physical desires, but if a lack in obligation occurs, the man will eventually get his needs met. That's exactly right. This is why, listen, we got a lot of high status men worth into the seven figures, married to the same woman for 35 years. Obviously he's got a side chick. He's got a couple of side chicks. Let his 64-year-old wife die, and he is crushed. He's crushed because he loves his wife. Yeah, but he cheated on her. That has nothing to do with his love.
Has nothing to do.
No.
Like, and the things. Here's the other thing too that women don't understand, and I think they know. Some of them know this deep down. Men love way harder than women do.
Oh, yes.
Way harder.
Oh, yes.
Way harder, bro. Like,
heartbreak hurts us a lot worse than it hurts them. That's for
sure. That's why, like, you look at breakups and divorces, women initiate all of them. Why? Because they're cutthroat, man. They don't care. Oh, you don't serve your purpose no more. I'm leaving. Bam, leaves you. And the next thing you know, guys are crying. The whole art. You guys want to know why the RP sphere even exists? Why you guys are watching us? It exists because men love harder than women. If guys weren't searching for answers and trying to figure this crap out, why'd she leave me? Why'd she divorce me? I gave her everything. Blah, blah, blah. I gave her my heart, all this crap. Dudes want to be watching us right now. The whole RP exists because men love harder than women. I don't care what anybody says. It's just that everyone thinks, oh, he's sleeping around. He's having multiple girls. That's irrelevant when it comes to love with men.
Has nothing to do with the way we feel. And we will explain this further. Dude, it's so funny. We're trying not to get into it.
We ain't gonna, nah. Guys, tune in tonight for the 7. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fantastic discussion.
It's going to be crazy. VFM, $5 says, men have a scoreboard, women have a timer. That's pretty good. Tyson Jaleel, $5 Canadian says, yes, JLo looks good, but with her wealth, I doubt she would be willing to submit. Much easier to get a compliant 21-year-old. There you go.
Facts. Facts.
And listen, you and I have said this before. I said way back in the day, the more money, status, wealth a woman accumulates, the further she shrinks her pool of potential suitors.
Yep.
If Jay-Z divorces Beyonce today, who's Beyonce going to date? Who's she going to date?
It's a wrap.
Who's she
The
going to date?
more, like you say, like that's your quote, and then I always like to say on my side, the more money a woman makes, the more doors close. The more money a man makes, the more doors open.
Facts.
Like that's just like, And here's the thing. Here's the thing about Beyonce. Jay-Z has committed infidelity a bunch of times.
Of course he has.
He's cheated on her a bunch of times. But you know what? Beyonce's smart enough to realize, you know what? He still loves me. And on top of that, she knows that he's smashing those other chicks just because.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Beyonce's intelligent enough to understand that, like, and you know what's funny? She's the avatar for strong, independent women. Oh, the single ladies. Oh, the single ladies. Oh, the single. And I always laugh because it's like, yo, you dumb bimbos. Do you realize that she goes back to Jay-Z even after she knows that he's smashing other chicks? She is literally lying to you guys right there about strong, independent women or,
and making money
I can have another you tomorrow, blah, 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 all this other crap. Get out of here, bro. High value men always get the last laugh.
Every time, 11 times out of 10. 348% of the time. Tyson Jaleel with the $2 Canadian says compliant. Yeah, I actually didn't. Oh, it did say complaint. I read it as compliant. So I guess my temporary dyslexia. Before we go off the air, I'm going to show you guys. Guys,
like the video, by the way, please. There's 1,100 of you watching right now. Guys, like the video.
Like the video.
Push Donovan in the algorithm, bro. This type of content is always going to get suppressed. You know what I'm saying? They're coming after guys like me and Donovan, guys. So please like this video and push Donovan in the algo.
So this is J-Lo without makeup. And even without makeup, she still looks halfway decent. But you can listen, this photo of Tyra Banks without makeup, that is scary. That is absolutely scary.
Holy crap, man. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Dude. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on my phone. Dude, this is outrageous, man. This is probably why A-Rod left. These are the pictures. A-Rod sees us every day, guys.
Yo.
He don't see her on the Super Bowl stage, bro. Like, he sees her like this 90% of the time, guys.
God damn. Look, this one looks like a prison photo. Looks like she's locked up.
Yo. Guys, I'm telling you, man, the Father Time spares no prisoners.
Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is
undefeated, even with people like Jennifer Lopez, bro. Guys, you got to remember, man, makeup, plastic surgery, everything, all it does is push back the clock slightly.
That's all it does.
But at the end of the day, A-Rod has to wake up to this, guys. You telling me after everything A-Rod's done in his career, all the money he's earned, all the success he's had, that he is going to wake up and look at next to a chick that's 51 years old and be happy with that? No.
Nope. Sorry.
He's going to need to get his physical needs met. And it's like, I don't even want to get into it because we got a fantastic show for you guys playing.
We got a good show. Tune in tonight for the 6th.
Like the video, guys, please.
Let me look at the super chats here. William William G with the $5 super chat says, Myron, you should bring some girls on your show, but tell them they have to wear little to no makeup and ask them to rank themselves. They're not going to do that.
We could try that, but the two girls that were on earlier, by the way, because he commented earlier, they didn't have makeup on, man. Well, actually, no, Vanessa did, but the other girl didn't.
Listen, man, I think it's unfair. And of course, we're talking about unfair. I think it's unfair for guys to say, okay, so she's a 10, but what does she look like without makeup? Guys, listen, man. Makeup for girls is good. I mean, do you want every woman to walk around without makeup on? Of course not. We want women to look their best, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have to understand, again, makeup is
common sense, man.
What's that?
No, I'm saying like just common sense, guys. Like if a girl puts makeup on for you, it's actually a very strong indicator of interest.
She likes you. I think guys say, yeah, but but she probably looks like crap without her makeup on. Every girl looks like shit without her makeup on. Come on, listen. Girls.
Some guys are delusional too about that. Like we say, women are delusional. A lot of guys are delusional about, well, she's like a 6 or a 7. I could do better. No, bro, you can't.
No, you can't. No, sorry. Uncomfortable Truth says the curly-haired girl was a good 7. So yeah, listen. Don't say, oh, I only judge her based on what she looks like without makeup. No, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Judge a girl based on what she looks like when she's looking her best. Whatever that is, subtract. Okay, let's just say a girl is an 8 dressed to the 9s and she's a 6 when she's completely frumpy. 8 plus 6 is 14 divided by 2. That's a 7. An adjustable 7. So let's
and here's the thing too, guys. You got to understand, bro. Like when we rate girls, we rate them pretty hard. Like a 6 is still hot. Like, I don't
Yes.
think people understand that. Like, a 6 is still very attractive.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
a 5 is average. A 6 is very attractive. A 7 is pretty much fucking hot too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
8 is like damn near model, and then 9s and 10s you don't want to deal with them.
Nope. You want to
That's
deal
when the
with
headaches
them.
begin.
You want to deal with them on a sexual level, and that's it.
Facts.
That's it. All right, man. Listen, good show. Very,
Excellent
very good show.
show.
These are always excellent shows. This evening, tonight, at 8:30, that is in just over 1 hour from now, on the 6th, an hour from now on the 6th, we are going to discuss this topic. Is there such a thing as male cheating? When men sleep with other women outside of their relationships, is it the same as when a woman sleeps with other men outside of her relationship? I'm going to tell you right now, my answer is no. I know what Myron's answer is. We don't know what the other guys think. So tune in tonight for the 6th. We're going to be discussing that. Any last words, Myron?
No, man, Donovan, thank you for having me on the show. Guys, prepare for this event that Donovan's going to throw.
Crazy.
Please support, man. Like, Donovan is he's sparing no expense, man, to bring you guys one of the best conventions, man.
Yeah, man.
So I've seen some stuff behind the scenes, and this dude loves you guys. He's going to take like a 60K hit.
Real talk. I'm gonna tell you what. If you knew how much I spent on plane tickets, getting guys out there for the promo stuff. Woo!
He got me a first class ticket. I said, Donovan, why? I'm going coach, man.
Trying to spread the wealth, man. Trying to spread the wealth. Oh, Rida with a late $5 super chat. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Thank you,
Rida with a late
guys.
$5 super chat. Appreciate that. Says no one should be surprised. 2 years engaged. I knew the marriage was not happening. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know that anybody thought that J-Lo and A-Rod were going to get married. I can't. I mean, I don't sit around thinking, well, I wonder if J-Rod and A-Lo.
You know what honestly probably happened? Like, since she makes more money than him and she has more to lose, he probably said, hey, you know, it's probably better we don't get married. And she was like, okay with it. I always notice, like, when women have more to lose, they're okay with like not doing the marriage thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little bit. Or if they do it's just a ceremony, nothing else.
Yeah, right. Nothing. Yeah, it's not. It's nothing official.
But when they have more to lose, the other way around, they're like, drag me down the aisle.
Yes, please marry me. Myron, it's going to be the same link for the 6th, so you can.
Fantastic.
You can
okay.
actually stick around there. Tune in tonight at 8:30 for the 6th. It's your boy Myron Gaines, Minister Jap, Hotep Jesus, Coach Greg Adams, the whole gang, Mr. Lucario. The whole gang is going to be there. We are going to be taking phone calls early. We're all going to give our opening salvos, and we are going to take phone calls on this. We're going to debate this. We're going to discuss this. This is going to be fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you guys in just over 2 hours.